My name is Greg Dewey. I'm the president of Albany College of Pharmacy and Health Sciences. I want to welcome you all here to this event. And I want to first off introduce Marion Morton, who is the chair of our board of trustees.
Good morning. I'm Marion Morton, and I'm the chair of the Albany College of Pharmacy and Health Sciences Board of Trustees. I'm also a proud alumna of the college. Welcome to the grand opening of the College Parkside Pharmacy. From the moment President Dewey first approached the board about the idea of a student-operated pharmacy, there was nothing but enthusiastic support for the project. And with today's opening, we now have two such pharmacies, one here in Albany and another here in Schenectady. The world's a very different place compared to when I was a student. The pace at which knowledge is expanding is unprecedented, and few fields are being impacted as much as healthcare. In order to be successful across an entire career, today's graduates must learn to be adaptable, resourceful, and even a little entrepreneurial. These are exactly the types of skills that our students will develop in the student-operated pharmacy. This unique setting will teach students how to apply what they learn in the classroom in both new and unexpected ways. This might involve assisting someone for whom English is a second language, or discussing a course of treatment with a patient's physician, or doing a break-even analysis of the pharmacy's operations. These are the kinds of experiences that are difficult to simulate in a classroom, but which are critical to a student's long-term success. And while there are clearly many benefits to be gained by students working in the pharmacy, the members of the local community may benefit even more. Having convenient access to pharmacy services and expertise could be the difference between someone pursuing care or continuing to suffer. That's why this student-operated pharmacy is really the best of both worlds. We're simultaneously addressing the educational needs of students and the health care of communities like South Albany. Or to put it another way, this is the right idea, in the right place, and for all the right reasons. I, for one, am very excited to see what the future will bring. It's now my pleasure to introduce the president of Albany College of Pharmacy and Health Sciences, Dr. Greg Dewey.
Well, as Marion said, this is our second student-operated pharmacy. I know some of our board members may be getting a little nervous about now and say, no, Marion, I'm not going to start a retail chain. But we're very proud of starting these student-operated pharmacies. We have one in the Hometown Health Clinic in Schenectady, and we just opened this one today. This does really two things for us. It serves a great educational purpose. We want to educate the next generation of compassionate healthcare professionals, and there's no better way to do it than for them to have the practical experience of working in neighborhoods like this one in South Albany directly and getting that experience. The other purpose it serves is really, this is an medically underserved region. And there's not a lot of pharmaceutical services here. We want to be part of this community and provide for this community. We have two fundamental beliefs as we move into these pharmacies. The first belief is universities and colleges are part of the public good. And as part of the public good, we have to do good in the community. We have to move from the campus into community. And as a pharmacy and health science college, it's very important that our graduates see us move into the community. As part of that, we have built a community council, and we have several members here from our community council. We're very proud of engaging community-based organizations to help us move in an informed way into this venture. The other fundamental belief is we teach our students abstract thinking, abstract problem solving in the classroom, where they wrestle with these problems but they have the leisure of going home and thinking about them, and that's a good problem-solving skills to have. But when you're standing in front of a patient with a child who's not sure what their medical coverage is, there is an urgency, a problem-solving difference there. And we want our students to learn that as well, because ultimately they are going to be in these communities. There's also a third agenda here, and that is increasingly we are seeing a deficit of primary care across the country, in New York State, certainly in this area. And pharmacists, the profession of pharmacists, is really an untapped resource that our healthcare systems need to know. The practice of medicine is largely about medication. And nobody knows medication better than a pharmacist. They can get involved in many, many more healthcare issues, and we want to start here in this community and really build a collaboration that allows them to use their full range of training. So we're not just, again, this is not just about dispensing. You're going to see the dispensing pharmacy there, but in adjacent building here, we're going to build something called the Collaboratory. And the Collaboratory is a laboratory for collaboration. It is a place where we will work with community partners, think about how we can have an impact in this neighborhood, in its health care, and it's a very exciting venture. These whole ventures, I kind of view them as a venture in social entrepreneurship. We're operating this pharmacy as a not-for-profit, and a venture in community collaboration. So it's very exciting, and we have so many partners that have done so much for our community, and I want to thank a few of them now. MVP has been a great sponsor. We have Ellen Sachs here, and Mark Santiago, thanks for coming. Rochester Drug Co-op has been in it from the beginning, and we want to thank Larry Dowd, and all the kids from Rochester. I almost view him as my partner in crime, but Steve Longo from Albany Housing Authority has been super. I want to thank Harris Oberlander from Trinity Alliance for being so supportive of this. I also see another partner in crime, Joe Gambino, who is the CEO of Hometown Health. We have quite a few board members here. He's a partner in crime, Bob Pegelo, who's on our community council. I could go on and on, but I'm not sure I see all our board members here. I saw Paul Darnishian come in, a board member. Of course, Marion's a member of the board. And we're very thankful for their support. So I would like to now introduce the remainders of our speakers. And in the spirit of flexibility, I want to bring up Neil Breslin, a senator, to say a few words.
Thank you, Dr. Dewey, and what a great day for Albany. When I listened to those adjectives describing pharmacists, I'm most impressed with Dr. Dewey when he said compassionate. And I treat my pharmacist in many respects as my primary care physician. My pharmacist over the years, I don't know how many times when I'm having a prescription filled, my pharmacist has said, "Did you know that this may be part of this prescription?" Invariably, I did not know. And invariably, he was giving me information, he or she, giving me information that I could use in my analysis of whether I should be taking this prescription or whether I should consider doing something else. And all of us are placed in that position not infrequently. And with the reduction in the number of primary care physicians and the expense attached to it, many of us are relying on that pharmacist. And to put the pharmacist in the community where they belong, they'll also realize that part of their job as a pharmacist is as a social worker and as a primary care physician. So, and they're going to increasingly understand the rewards of their profession. So I salute the Albany College of Pharmacy for this important step into our community. It makes a significant difference, and we will look back at this day with fondness. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Senator. It's now my pleasure to introduce Patricia Fahey, the New York State Assemblywoman.
Thank you. A true pleasure to be here, and I know my colleague John McDonald wanted to be here as well. I think we're in the 108th, but we're about a block away from my district, which is the 109th Assembly District, and I couldn't be more thrilled to be supportive. While I've been here for many events, Harris, this one is truly exciting. It's a win-win-win on every level, because the more we focus on our students and give them this practical experience, this is not just good for our health, it's good for the community and the neighborhood, but these students will get practical knowledge, practical experience, and that's not just, and they'll have higher wages, and it's not just that we think it's good for these students. The research bears it out. We know the more exposure our students get to the world of work, to the community, the more directed their career goals will be, and the higher their wages will be in the long term. So it's just good on every level. I commend you. It is these types of public-private partnerships that are truly sustainable. And Steve, I'm looking at you because I know no one knows the definition of public-private collaboration and partnerships better than you. And just a huge shout out to all of those involved. This is a lot more than just good medicine. It's terrific and a true pleasure to be here. Thank you.
It's now my pleasure to introduce our mayor, Kathy Sheehan. I remember when this was just a kernel of an idea, having lunch with Kathy, and she was just so supportive from the very beginning. We appreciate that.
Thank you, and truly congratulations. I do also recall when we had lunch and President Dewey was introducing himself to me. He was new in his position and I was new in my position. And when he talked about this idea for a pharmacy, I went back to my special projects coordinator, Barbara Smith, who runs our equity agenda and our equity advisory committee, so that we could learn more about it and talk about it. And then I had a meeting with somebody who you're going to hear from, Willie White, who's never bashful, never shy, who came to talk to me about a desire in the South End to have a community health center. And so it's great to have ideas. What it takes is the ability to get people in a room, to work collaboratively together, to actually accomplish things. And so this is an example of how, with the ability of a mayor to have a broader and wider understanding of what the desires and needs are from the community, and these community-based organizations and our institutions' willingness to work together, resulting in something that is extraordinary. When we think about that conversation that started not that long ago, that here we are with the actual beginnings of what the South End wants and what its leaders dream about, and a pharmacy that the College of Pharmacy, which is such an incredible asset to the city of Albany and to the capital region, what they dreamed about, and what I know our healthcare professionals see as a huge need in this community. And I'm so pleased that we're joined by Dr. Whalen from the county, who I'm sure is here on behalf of County Executive Dan McCoy, who also understands the need for us to have healthcare alternatives and options here in the South End. So this is what collaboration looks like. This is what rolling up our sleeves and getting out of our comfort zones and meeting with people who we may have never met before results in a better project. And I know we're also joined by the Common Council president, who used to be the Common Council representative on the Common Council for the South End for many, many years and saw this need. And so here we are celebrating the opening of a pharmacy, the opening of access to information about healthcare, the breaking down of barriers, particularly with respect to language access, is really important for this community. It's a great day for the city of Albany, and I want to thank the board of the College of Pharmacy. I want to thank all of the elected officials, the community-based organizations, everyone for coming together, Harris, this building, the Housing Authority, for making this happen. This is a huge accomplishment for the city of Albany and the South End. Congratulations.
Let me give one little aside about that lunch. That lunch was in an empty restaurant, and I assumed it was private. And the very next day, a person who's in this room today came up to me and said, "What were you talking to the mayor about?" Then I understood the term small-bany. Community involvement is so important for this project to be successful, and we really depend on our community partners. And our community partner from day one was Willie White and a village, and I want to invite him up to the.
Thank you so much, Dr. Dewey. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. It is truly incredible to be standing here for a grand opening of a pharmacy in the South End. This is, a year ago, was unimaginable. But today, it's came to fruition, and I'm excited about that. I'm excited about the partnerships. Dr. Dewey, you've been a partner from day one. I mean, we've did many interviews together, and we've had dinner together. We've had some great conversations. So as the executive director of a village, South End grassroots organization, we've did a lot of outreach in the community concerning the pharmacy, concerning the possibilities of healthcare in our communities. A village works a lot on healthcare. But for a student to be able to come in this building, which is a magical place, Harris and Steve, this is such a magical place. For a student to be able to come in this building, put their kids in a daycare, get their medicine, and go to class, it's a beautiful, beautiful thing. It's almost like a one-stop shop. This is great. We started the village 7 years ago. One of our main goals was collaboration. I've heard the word collaboration a lot today. And it really does take a village. It takes everyone working together to make a difference in the community. A village started out to affect food health in the community, medical health, but for partners to meet us halfway and bring this all together, collaboration is a beautiful, beautiful thing. I think it's a godsend thing. Today is a new day in the South End. I'm honored to be here with so many people. With the addition of the South End, with the addition of the pharmacy in our community, it will make our community healthier. It will make it better. And we can't do this just one day. We have to continue to work together to really, truly make a difference in our community. And the village is here to stand proudly and strongly with Albany College of Pharmacy, and we're glad. I'm looking for great possibilities. So thank you so much for having us as a collaborator and as a community partner. Thank you so much, Dr.
Finally, I would like to introduce one of our students, Elisa Hofsicker, is class of 2018 and one of the most involved students on campus.
Good morning. Good morning. As President Dewey said, my name is Alyssa Hopsiker, and I am a fifth-year student at Albany College of Pharmacy and Health Sciences. I am also the chapter president for the American Pharmacists Association Academy of Student Pharmacists. Thank you for being here today to attend the opening of the second student-run pharmacy, College Parkside Pharmacy. On behalf of all pharmacy students, I want to thank the many supporters of the pharmacies and the Beyond Practice Ready campaign, including Rochester Drug Co-op, MVP Healthcare, the Borisnock Family Foundation, Walgreens, the Wright Family Foundation, and the Albany Housing Authority. With your generosity, students have opportunities to step into real-life situations and experience a hands-on approach to learning. Through exposure to inner workings of owning and operating a pharmacy, beyond what is taught in the pharmacy curriculum, we will learn elements of pharmacy ownership, accreditation, finance planning, and employee relations. Since this pharmacy is located in a medically underserved area, student pharmacists will learn how to interact with patient populations that we may not have previously been exposed to. This pharmacy will serve as a focal point for college professional organizations to hold student-run events that foster community pharmacy education. The student-operated pharmacies will be an ever-evolving platform to better prepare the pharmacists of tomorrow to be beyond practice ready and better serve their communities. Thank you.